The way I got into cyber is maybe different than other folks, but I'm an immigrant, and my country, Iran, went through a revolution. And when 9/11 happened, like a lot of folks on the West Coast, I was woken up by phone calls from friends who wanted to make sure I wasn't on a plane traveling somewhere. And what hit me that day was, wow, I don't want to go through this again. Is there anything I can do to help keep the country and the world safe from bad actors? At the time, I was a venture capitalist in LA investing in technology, and I wanted to figure out how to take that knowledge and experience base and apply it to security, to national security, to global security. Cyber wasn't back then as big an issue. So I joined with former director of CIA, former director of NSA, former head of DARPA, to build a venture capital fund dedicated to investing in national security technologies, broadly speaking. Over time, we started very much focusing on cyber, something I really wanted to dive deep into, because it felt to me, even in the early days when cyber attacks were starting to become real, not just for government, but for enterprises, that this was a threat vector that we should all be paying attention to. So, so I started focusing almost exclusively all my time and energy on cyber. A few years ago, I was connected with New Light Partners, who are the investors in Pondurance, and they were very interested in finding a platform that they could use as a way to invest in the cybersecurity market. I worked with the team at New Light to develop the thesis, to identify the markets that we wanted to be in, and to identify the best company that we could invest in and grow, and that was Pondurance. So that's how I got involved with Pondurance, and was lucky enough to be able to recruit Doug Howard, who I worked with at RSA, to be the CEO of the company. And we are on this great journey with a really great leadership team and a great investor base. Best and worst decisions you make are based on people. So make your decisions based on the people you work with. Treat them with care. Be a great advocate when you can. Pay it forward when you can. But it starts and ends with people. This is a phenomenal company. It's an amazing leadership team that is not just focused on going after a great market opportunity and building a durable company, but doing it the right way, with the right culture, with the right values, and really living and breathing those values every day. So there's for sure a lot of companies out there, but this is one that's going to not only do great, but be focused on the people and how we do it. The advice I would give for anyone starting out in their career is don't worry too much about 5, 6, 7 years out. And don't worry about the obstacles that are going to keep emerging in your way. Just focus on the job that you are doing, the people you're doing it with. Learn as much as you can. Develop a network. Everyone's looking for mentors, but I found over time that peer networks can be just as valuable. In fact, many times they're much more valuable than mentor networks. So really develop those peer networks and find ways to have fun. I mean, this stuff is hard. We're still living through a global pandemic, so it's even harder. You have to take care of yourself as you do that, but stay focused on the path, ignore the obstacles, develop great peer networks, and find ways to have fun.